right now. It's destroying the gaming industry. Aside from the fact that people are scalping graphics cards for crypto mining, but that's another discussion.
Yeah, that's
Those two
discussion.
things, yeah, are
Bro, I
destroying
sat
the
I
game.
sat in there, dude. I woke up at like 5. Bro, okay, this entire like story is crazy. So like one day I was going in for a USB at Best Buy, and then I was looking for the USB, and I was trying to find it, and then this employee walks over here and he's like, "Hey, what's up? What you looking for?" And I was like, I mean, I'm looking for a USB right now," and he's like, "Man, I want to show you something. I want to show you something, bro." And I was like, "Okay." So we go over to his computer, and he's like, "Dude, I'm so upset about this because I can't go there like today or like tomorrow. I can't go there tomorrow because I'm working. But like, man, I just want to show this to someone. You're the first person I've shown about this because I'm about to like leave." And he's like, what's it called? There's a restock at Best Buy tomorrow." In all these areas. You should go there. And like literally I went there like the next day. I woke up at like 5 a.m. to go there. And I waited in line for like 4 hours, and there was like, dude, there was hundreds of people packed in this freaking like in a line at Best Buy like hours before.
Yeah,
And everyone got their graphics cards. I got a
yeah,
2060 Ti. But yeah, that's
yeah.
the freaking links I went through to do it though.
When was this?
Uh August? This was a while
Oh, okay.
back.
This year though, I'm surprised. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Because
yeah, 20. Yeah, exactly. It was
really,
like height of everything. Um,
my friends, like I have a Discord, and all my friends in there. What they do is they register for the Newegg Shuffle like literally every single day whenever it's available, and they try to win graphics cards that are in stock essentially. And sometimes not even graphics cards. Like you have to buy. Basically, you win the opportunity to buy a product that's like really hard to find. So like you register for the shuffle, and if you're picked, you're given the opportunity to buy like a whole gaming computer that has a nice graphics card in it. So you buy the computer, you throw away everything else, and then you keep the graphics card.
oh,
Like the whole
this
point
is. Oh yeah,
keeping
this is a freaking experimental thing. Okay, you want to talk about experimental? This is it.
what is this puzzle that I'm looking at?
Okay, so let's explain. Let's explain. So this is the day. This is the day where I realized like what Rocket League wanted, like what the community wanted. So basically, what I did was I had like my game up here. I had like my game up here, and I had like freaking videos um over here. I had like videos over here, like YouTube videos and stuff like that, playing
Yeah,
over here, and like freaking TikToks up in this far left corner.
perfect. Perfect.
I was like, "Boop,
Yeah,
dopamine, baby, let's go!" I rolled
yeah,
it
it's
out there, and of
the
course,
more
again,
things, the better.
like the people that rode with me were like, "What the fuck is this? This is terrible," because they don't give a shit about all that. But like I'm like, this is it. This is for the freaking young people. They're gonna come in
It's
and
hilarious.
then they're gonna be like, "This is a TikTok. I don't know what to freaking look at. There's so much to look at." Freaking
You have like 20 cameras from different angles aimed
exactly.
at you.
Yeah. Oh, I thought about Oh my god. I thought about having a camera like way up here in like the far corner that would give an entire like overlooked shot of all
Yeah, like
this.
third person view of you playing the game.
Yes.
In
So like
case
I
somebody asks how you move your thumbs when you
Oh
play
no, no, no,
on.
I wasn't thinking that like super far out, like standing up, getting it up all the way up to the top corner to where like it's just a gleam on my like all of this, and then I would have my oh, you don't even know about this, do you? This so this is like this camera, right? But watch
Yeah.
this. Boom.
Oh,
That's my starting soon stuff. So I'd
oh,
have like the starting soon thing with like the timer up here, but then like it would be, you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah. From that,
far out. Like we're no, I can't get it that far, but like super
yeah,
far
yeah. I
out
see
to
what
where
you mean.
like you're just like, oh my god, you're getting to see me like type on Twitter and do my whole thing,
Like
do
top
my
of the door frame, right? Like
Hmm?
top of the door frame kind of thing.
Yeah, I have two doors. That's the thing. Yeah, I got two
Oh,
doors, and that's how where that thing runs through. But like, yeah, it'd be like up that corner where that smoke alarm is, like
that's
that
sick.
corner.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I taken a picture of it. I don't know where it is, but like, yeah, I've taken a picture of it.
Has somebody asked you for a hand cam of you playing the game?
No, because no one gives a crap about that. That's the thing. Like, no one cares
Yeah.
because I'm not mechanical, and I realize that too. Like, I realize that like no one's gonna care about like a controller like overlay or like a cam overlay because like if you want a mechanic, you go watch someone else. Like,
Let's be honest. You're even though you say you're not mechanical, you're comparing yourself to
I'm
top like 0.001% of the players. You're
I'm
mechanical.
speedy though. You know what I mean? I'm speedy. I'm not like hitting flip resets and things like that, which like a lot of people even lower than me can do that. You know.
Yeah, but you're still mechanical to most players.
Yeah,
You know,
true. But again, there's so much competition when it comes to mechanics. I know I'm not like anywhere near the front running when it comes to Twitch.
yeah.
Yeah, mechanics, and I realize that. So it's like no point in putting another overlay when I already have these other ones, like because
Yeah.
it hurts my game too. I don't know if you know that, but like putting overlays, like putting a bunch of overlays, that's why I can't use this thing. I can't use all this because this whole thing is like 4 or 5 overlays, like this entire webcam.
Is it because it's right or why?
Yeah, it's frame rate. Yeah, it hurts my CPU to run
Gotcha.
all these and then run the game. Yeah, you can't run the game in like good quality at all because like stream puts like input lag on the game anyway. Like playing it off stream, oh my god, the game runs so smooth, and like playing it on stream, you gotta get used to it.
I mean, like the Uber high end setup, you would have like a separate
Oh, it did
computer.
it. There you go.
Streaming.
It did it. Thing.
What
Thingy. Rip. Well, no, wait, hold on. Okay, so I know that it works now. Okay, cool. So wait here for like let's say 5 seconds, and then go back. Bottom left of my webcam. That's like my Twitter. That's my Twitter, and then it'll wait.
I see.
Boom, and that's my YouTube. Yeah, like I got a whole experimental thing here. I used to roll this out, but I realized that it hurt my game like significantly to do it. Versus
One
the
thing you
other
could
thing.
do is you could record certain pieces of your stream and then upload them to YouTube and like and maybe edit them just a little bit to make them more
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's
People do that.
highly I feel like it's highly I want my videos to be like, oh boy, like another video kind of type of beat where it's like once every week or two and it's like, okay, this is gonna be like a good video, whereas like pump it out every day, people go like, okay, like it's just another thing, it's just another like it's hard.
Yeah.
I've definitely looked at it. Don't get me wrong. Like in the last day or two, I was actually talking about it on stream a couple times today, where I was like, I'm good. I got a bunch of stuff like NVIDIA GeForce clip of like Rocket League and like Fortnite. I can probably mash it all together, like take a bunch of clips and put like a 10-minute video or something. Like for sure, I know I can. I wish my style of content. I know where my style of content's gonna be. I just need to get over this Rocket League thing. That's the thing, and it's gonna be so hard. Like I need to eventually get to a point where I'm like, okay, Rocket League's not it. Let's turn all that time and attention and effort that you're putting into like being good at Rocket League and put it into like editing variety videos and stuff like that. Because like at the end of the day, that's your main goal anyway, is to do what you want and people like don't care what it is and they follow you. So like but again, I'm clinging on to that like jackpot type like luck where it's like, okay, maybe I can become big in this, and then it doesn't matter. I don't
Actually, one thing you could do is like these kinds of things, discussions and stuff. Maybe you could move them to a separate like YouTube channel that's specifically catered more towards like the long like podcast style videos. Because like you create multiple different kinds of content in your streams, and you could segment them in a way where you could separate them into different channels, and that way they would favor each audience for each of those different channels.
That's
so like
facts.
some people might like your podcast style things more, and they would subscribe to that YouTube channel. Some people like the Rocket League gameplay more. They would subscribe to your Rocket League channel, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like what we're doing right now could probably go it like this style of thing could probably go into the more podcast favored channel. Yes.
I had a podcast. I had one on my YouTube, a podcast episode. I really wanted. It was a really good gimmick, I thought, but I just don't have enough people because I'm just not big enough. But like, I wanted to take I have a podcast episode up, and I ran it terribly because this is like before I like got invested in doing all this stuff and like getting all this stuff. Was it's called Players Are People Too, and I had like old like professional players that like have been retired for like 4 or 5 years. And just ask them about like how their life is, like their hobbies, things like that.
Yeah, that's actually cool. I actually would like to watch that. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, that's up somewhere. It's one episode, and it was with Prim, and Prim is such a cool guy. Holy crap! Like Prim is so cool, and yeah, like basically we just talked about he got to talk about like how like he knows Dapper and all these people like in real life and things like that.
Yeah.
How they still hang out like even though he doesn't play and like it's sick. Like that's the I wish, but unfortunately I don't have a well of people like that, so it doesn't really work.
You can build it up though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if I build this, right? If I build this, then I have the capital and the means to like get in contact with all these people and do that. You know what I mean? Because I've thought about it. Like I have a TV show idea Like literally every single aspect of it, every single like how it would go and how it would go about. I have an entire idea devoted to it, but obviously I need to be big enough where Psionics would take it.
You have to build up some kind of following base first, so that way you would have some push behind
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. But
You
I
don't
have
want
like
to
this whole
waste
sick.
it.
Hmm?
Yeah. You don't want to waste that idea, because like if you try to implement some kind of TV show idea before you're
Yeah.
popular enough, or to kick
Someone's
off
gonna
movement,
steal it. Someone's gonna steal it.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
See,
Yeah.
I can't bring it. I can't bring it out because yeah, probably like if I told Psionics right now, this entire thing, they'd be like, yeah, we can't really do that, but we're gonna do that like kind of the same thing, but with Musty.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the thing, and it's like yeah, that's why I'm have to unfortunately like keep it, but it's have you ever seen
Actually, I think that's a good idea, because a lot of the popularity of a game. I think part of the problem with Rocket League is that
it has no content. It has no like freaking like big thing devoted from
there's
Psionics.
nobody to relate to. Like, there's no, like, yes, everybody knows of the pros that are really good, right? But on a personal level, people really relate to them because they don't know what those people are like outside of the game, or like they don't know their personalities or personas. Like, the games that are the most successful, they actually have an audience that somehow is emotionally tied to some of the characters, or like
Yeah,
some
like
of the players.
simple and people like that. Yeah, CS:GO is a prime
Exactly.
example.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I mean.
Unfortunately,
So
though, with a lot of these pros, though, is that it's really hard to convince them to do things like this. Unfortunately, because they can't see big picture. They really can't see big picture.
and they're also, a lot of times, they're naturally more leaning towards introversion, just because that's kind of the area we're in.
Yeah, which is sad. But like, no, I've talked to like I had a really really dope. I talked to this guy and his wife for like 8 hours, 12 hours. He's the lawyer for like all of these pros, so he talks to them all on like a daily basis. He's like the financial advisor type guy.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, you know, if freaking any of these pros had like the vision that you had for like content, like what it'll do for you like later on in your life and things like that, like then
Yeah.
oh my god, like this thing would be
Or
gone
even
like by now.
Psionics.
Hmm?
Or even Psionics as a
Yeah,
company. If they
yeah.
had a vision.
Psionics has like people tend to forget the reason why people are used to garbage content, like a quality, like we're talking like overlays and things like that, like from a technical level, a garbage kind of like technical level, is because like Rocket League never cared about that. Like Rocket League never pushed that on us. Like look at like Valorant. You ever see like the Valorant like pro scene, like the world champion Valorant, where they had like the
hate that game, honestly. Like, I don't like Valorant or CS:GO style. Like, I like CS:GO more, and I think I never really got into Valorant because it seems more
okay.
the same for me.
Well, now
Yeah.
we have to show you. Now we have to show you the freaking the stage, because if you don't know what I'm talking about, then like it puts Rocket League to shame. Essentially, it puts freaking Rocket League to shame.
Oh,
Like
I see.
world
You
championship.
know why, though? I can tell you why right away. Because Valorant was made by Riot Games, and Riot Games has League of Legends, and they already have a shit ton of experience of how to stage a championship or how to stage big events. Like, they have years and years of experience with this, and they're such a big game, like on the world stage. You know what I mean? And they kind of probably leverage that to in their other games. Plus, they have a TV show now, like Arcane, on Netflix. Like, they know what they're doing. Riot Games knows what they're doing.
I freaking find this thing. I guess they're not gonna. Okay, there's like an entire. They have an entire thing devoted to all the maps are in like holographic things around the arena, and then they pick a map, or like they ban maps like live time, and you can see them getting like x'd out and stuff like that. Like, but it's in like holographic, like on the freaking arena. Like I'm trying to. This is so sad that I can't find like a specific. Okay, this could be it. This could be it.
Be underestimated at times.
Let me know when you found it.
So sad. This is not Berlin. That's what it is. This is not Berlin. Berlin. I guarantee that's probably what it is. Yep.
I see. Oh, that? Damn. Already. I don't hear it, by the way. Like,
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah. The sound is very important too. They're very good at doing that. Hold on. Let's change here. Yeah, I'll just put you to this. Honestly, yeah. Okay. Yeah, check this out.
Oh yeah, I can already tell by the sound that's like I heard strong bass, like the lights. Damn. This is already beyond what Rocket League has ever done. What Psyonix has ever done. Huh. Yeah, that's 4-6.
Two teams that are all too familiar with each other, but they stare each other down for the first time here at Masters.
That sounds like Rocket League music.
They made it really intense. Like,
Yeah.
They didn't even have to like
This-
use the players
Yay,
to
funny.
sell the content. You know what I mean? They sold the content by making it super intense with all their special
Yeah.
effects, sounds, and
It's
music.
like it's things like that, like, and it's just like I think people have gotten used to like garbage production from Rocket League. I think Rocket League set an example of like that. Hey, this is okay. It gets views, right?
Yeah.
We're getting views. It's not about improving the content because we're getting views. It's like the freaking movies we were talking about, or like the games we were talking about, where it's like we're pulling in the views. We can't, we can't get any better than this, right? But it's like
Right.
you can make a better broadcast, put more money into it. You will get more views. I guarantee it. When you have as many as you already do, and you're not putting in
Right.
effort. And so it's like, yeah, this is a little portion of it, bro. This is nothing. What we're watching right now is not this. Like it's not a big portion of all this. Like this is like a small little aspect of all this. Yep. Look. Okay, wait enough. Hold on.
Definitely been now. This is gonna have
Yeah,
some of the
just the
best
intro.
waiting.
Yeah, I think, well,
Sort of like the middle. I want to see like when the, well, I guess they're gonna show the game then. So
What are you saying?
I actually want to see the stage. I'm
No,
saying,
no, no.
like, if you-
Yeah. No, there's gonna be a bunch of things that are. I'm trying to like skip through it, but I'm trying to like show you
teams
all that.
actually have a coach. Yeah, it's all
With them, let's have Haven
Oh.
coach for them then with map select
What
discussion.
the hell?
We talked about
Am I
the
looking at?
importance
Is
of
that
Haven
added
already,
after the
whether or not
fact,
that's
or is
gonna
that
come
actually
through. We know
happening
that
like somehow?
Sentinels
in
have
the
it.
stage?
I think that's an
What
added
else
after
is
effect, but I
jumping
could be
top of
wrong.
mind right
I mean,
now
it's
when it
really
comes
hard to
to
do that
these
seamlessly,
squads
so
and
it's
what they
probably
want
on
to
the.
secure?
I think it's on the freaking thing. I think that's on the stage, bro. Actually. And I'm,
Either
I,
way,
In
either
Berlin
way that's sick. Either way that's sick.
yeah,
Whether
either
that's
way.
added
Yeah,
effect or
it doesn't
on the
matter.
stage. Sick. Exactly.
for Sentinels, that's been a cent.
Damn.
To be honest with you, I can't see Envy deviating from
What
the
the
breeze
hell? What in
ban
the
purely
world?
because we've seen what tens can do.
I don't know how they're doing that actually, because it's like
On that
it's
map,
working
every
with
single
the
team
stage.
who's gone into that
No,
battle-
I think it's a stage effect, man. I highly doubt this is done in post because it's really hard to do a live
Yeah.
rotating while you're rotating the camera and it not look like
Right.
out of frame.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think this is on the stage.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't tempt fate,
Not
and they won't.
surprised.
It's
They
really
won't.
interesting actually. I want to know how
Sentinels
they
is a
did this.
team that never changes what they're doing anyways, like, except for maybe at one point at Reykjavik they were banning Bind, and they're like, hold on, let's let
That's
new
really
turn play
sick.
it
I'm trying
against
to
us.
see where
We're
the
fine with
players are
that.
looking, because I feel like
But
if
I
it
don't
was
know
on
if
the
they're
stage and the
set
players
ban,
could
so
see
yeah,
it, they would be
not
looking
the
at
case
it.
at all.
Well, they'll stay the same as just
Or maybe
mentioned
like
with
this
the
is
same-
finals, by the way, I think. Or like so they've seen this a bunch of times. This happens on every single
Oh, I see.
time.
So they're
So-
not as impressed by it as
Yeah.
we are.
So between the
Okay.
other four maps,
Yeah,
Haven
exactly.
will be the first pick, but it's
So there we
Envy
go.
actually who jumps for it.
That,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's an
that's
interesting one
sick.
because
Like, this
so
sells
far,
it, you know what I
Envy's
mean?
picks
Like, for a
in
new
the,
viewer, like,
event
who's
have
never
been assessed,
watched
which
the
is obviously not
championship
available,
and
the other one
whatnot,
has been
they need to be sold on it. Like, why would I sit here and watch this game?
I'm trying to find there's a oh yeah, now this is done on the stage. There's no way you have this many camera angles of it.
Envy's
too.
choice. And they
Watch
were,
this.
I mean, one of them was an
Oh,
overtime
look at
game
that. Extra frame.
Sentinel.
What?
choice.
Look, there's a reflection of it on the floor.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely on the floor. Okay,
Okay, how's that done then? It's like it's floating above the
sick, man. I don't know.
it just turned on randomly, right?
You know what's
there was
cool?
nothing there.
It's you see that? It's saying
Yeah.
it in freaking different languages too.
Oh.
It's doing different languages every
They
time.
were,
Look,
I mean, one of them was an
Defense.
overtime game.
Oh,
and then it does
Oh,
like this.
that's-
She'll
Yeah.
get it.
I was
Yeah.
actually going to disagree there. I thought that
Yeah, really
Envy
cool.
really likes Icebox.
Where is it, by the way? Where's the
Berlin.
stage?
Berlin.
Oh, Berlin. Are they
Um,
big in
When it comes to
What?
I didn't
Sentinels.
know. Are they big into esports? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, Europe. Well, Europe in general is bigger into esports than we are. Like that's just facts.
Really?
Yeah, that's just facts.
Yeah.
They
Didn't know that.
accepted it quicker than we did. they were having like these LAN spots and things like that where people could like go and play computers and things like that before we ever were. And that's kind of why I think that's exactly why Europe like kind of outshines NA in a lot of aspects, is because their culture is way more accepting of it than ours.
That's
Same-
interesting.
Same thing goes for like Asia and China. Like they have like devoted shops and stores to like playing games and stuff like that. And it's just like where do you ever see that here? Like I know one place that does that in like a 2-hour radius. So like yeah. And
That's
they don't.
crazy, though, because, like, whenever I think of games, for some reason I always think of like United States as
Yeah,
being like
yeah.
lead-
We're not. EU is better than us in almost every category. That's what's crazy. Like just about everything, like they're better than. Like CS:GO, that's not even a question. That's Europe every day of the week. League of Legends, that's Europe every day of the week. Like we randomly will pop in and, or sorry, that's Asia every day of the week. And then it's
yeah.
Europe, and then it's us.
You know what's irony is though? A lot of these games that they excel at better than us are games that we make. Like
Yeah.
we're like the United States.
And again,
probably has
they
the-
take it over. Like they culture it. Like we create it, and then they actually like they live it.
exactly. Yeah.
And that's we don't like not like these guys.
On this map instead of the Phoenix,
That's so
he
bro.
historically has
They
done.
zoom in on
I
it.
mean, we're talking now
It's
3
like
minutes
actually
in a row,
decent enough to
something
like
that's
see
been
what's
going on with him on Sky, and it
That
has
is
been pretty
insane,
good, but
man.
You're kind of missing that.
You can see all the details of the map. Like
Yeah,
what the
exactly.
hell?
Yeah. You almost see the entire map. Like
Yeah.
That you get from
and
Dude,
then
imagine
there's
if they did this with like a live, like where you could actually see the players playing live, like a third person, not third person,
oh yeah, like dots or whatever, or like holographic versions of the
Yeah.
characters. Yeah, that'd be
but
sick.
that'd be insane, man. Live as they're playing it.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Okay,
happen
so
eventually.
then here's where they really outshine us as well. And by the way, we started to do it with the new land. I don't know if you saw the new land for us. We did this, but we took it from these guys. Like we took it straight from these guys. Hold on. Berlin team montages. Oh. Is this it?
And this is like the biggest tournament. It's supposed to be in Berlin.
A masterpiece lasts forever, while the artist will find death awaiting every turn. A moment that will outlive me, to become eternal or to be forgotten.
Nossa jornada ela foi muito difícil.
We should show all the world that CS region can win the tournaments.
지금 한국 팬분들이 진짜 많이 기대하고 있을 것 같은데
We are not the underdogs, I think. I know all eyes are on us. I think you guys are too cocky.
This is where champions will be shaped and history will be made.
저희를 너무
You want to play the game?
있는 것 같은데.
勝てるとなと思っていますね
Welcome to LA Valorant, boys. It hits different out here. Just sprays away.
Vision Strikers, I hope you are prepared for us.
Find a bomb. This is wondrous, man.
오히려 잘할 거면 더 잘할 수 있다는 생각밖에 없기 때문에.
O time sempre tem aquele pico de animação e de calma, a gente consegue controlar isso muito bem. We have the firepower, we have the people.
We definitely want to come out here and prove that not only is NA the best region, but we're also the best team in NA right now.
But they're so weak. Eco, they're so weak. Eco, they're so weak.
I think a lot of people expect Nate to win the whole thing.
What is that from?
They did not, by the
I
way.
think they are that good.
He's blocking him on the arm.
What did they not?
No. EU beat it. Won.
Is their town.
Oh,
It's quarter-final stage.
I guess it will be another tough game for us.
They're nuts. They're freaking crazy. Gambit's crazy.
so do you actually enjoy watching Valorant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy
I
yeah,
know.
and that's the thing.
Right.
I've seen all like because I watched all this.
I see.
So like I know this is not what I like this, I haven't actually seen this, so this is a whole different thing. But I'm
Like,
usually
these videos make me want to play it, which is the funny thing because I played it before. I didn't really enjoy it too much.
it's
Like,
only
it
fun
felt
with
too
friends, just like everything is. I only have enjoyment in anything with friends.
True. Except for Rocket League. Rocket League is
No, even Rocket League. Like the only reason I would never play it like alone if I wasn't streaming. And even then, I played it with my cousin for like a couple hours before that. No, Rocket League's even in that category. I would actually play 2K alone before I would play Rocket League. It's actually what I've been doing recently.
Really?
Yeah. No, I do not. I do not mess with it. I know I'm good at it. I want to keep my skill up. I want to play it enough to where I'm staying the same or getting a little bit better. But I'm not trying to take 8 hours into it, which I was doing.
It's good. It's a waste of time if you really think about it. Like, just think of games in general as something that you do in addition to something else. Like, they're not gonna on their own. Games are a waste of time. You have to do something else to leverage the games or to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I play Rocket League. Like, I only play Rocket League to make content on it, basically. And that's where I'm at with that. Man, I'm gonna keep watching this. I
do you watch XQC?
No, but I know a lot of people draw comparisons.
The crazy thing though is that how is he so fucking successful on Twitch? Like, he's the biggest streamer on Twitch. XQC is the guy. Yeah. Makes a career out of acting like an idiot on a stream. Like, I know for a fact he's not like that in real life. He's probably very ADD in real life.
Yeah, he's smart. He's intellectual for sure. Like that guy. Sure. That guy's intellectual. It's just I tell you what happened. His rise is he was pro in Overwatch. That started to get him into, like, let's say 4K numbers, right? Like your couple thousand viewers.
Like and really then, good pro. Played Winston, which is like a low skill cap and like overall like one of the lower skill cap champions. He played Winston. Gotcha. Like, you have auto lock on.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea about Overwatch, but like, that's where he got like some of it. And then what happened was, with all that, he used all his connections to literally be on every single person's stream ever, and like basically took off because he's just taking like percentage of this person's and percentage of this person's, because like, it's hard. We hadn't seen someone be that kind of toxic face of like Twitch in a very long time. Like, and I think I'm not gonna say we needed it, but like we thought we did. Because like, look, like Ninja was the face of Twitch, but like that was like goody two shoes type level. He was toxic, and then whenever he became popular, he became this goody two shoes type of person. XQC, I think the magic in it is that he hasn't changed with all this fame.
That's true. Yeah, I actually think he's like authentic. You know what I mean? Like, whether it's an act or not, he's maintained it consistently throughout his entire career as a streamer, which is something
he hasn't changed with success, which I think is really refreshing.
I agree. Yeah, I really like watching his streams because it's just funny as hell. Like, it's the most idiotic shit I've ever seen. Like, watching him play it on the role play servers.
Chat makes some of it though. Chat makes some of that experience just because there's so many messages flying by.
Booba. Every time there's any representation of a female, even if it's not immediately on screen, right away, Booba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chat kind of makes that. Like, I'm not gonna say like chat's probably like 30% of it, low-key. Because just how many people, you feel like you're part of an experience because of how many people are there. Things like that. Anyways, I'm gonna continue this thing because I have.
A difficult match.
If we keep playing like this, I really think that we can win the event. They have good confidence, prepared for jet dash.
It just really depends on who shows up. Anything can really happen.
Ripping the lead away from them. Hundred Thieves just rose to the occasion.
For a team to knock us out, obviously they're just gonna have to be better than us.
Right. I'm getting my resume.
Thank you for that excellent analysis, Tins. They're just gonna have to play better than us to beat us.
Yeah, wow. Really?
No way! I don't believe that. I refuse to believe it.
That's funny. I'm working on updating my resume. I'm like in the middle of an interview process, and I haven't updated my resume in like 2 years. So I have to dig through, like, basically just make shit up and dig and find things that I did that I can actually reference.
I was gonna say I have no idea how to make a resume, but I actually looked into that like in the last couple of days. I have no idea. I have nothing. I have like no freaking nothing to show.
You have you have to use some creativity. Honestly, my friend bullshits so much of his resume, and it's worked, dude. Like, he uses this philosophy, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
This guy, like, he struggled in university. Like, I was helping him with a lot of stuff. And he even admits it. He's like, okay, I'm not technically the best dude, but I know how to sell myself, like, in an interview. And it works. Like, it's crazy. He landed a job that making, like, twice as much as I did, even though he struggled through college, isn't exactly technically the best guy, but he's just super self-confident. You just have to, like...
It's also... Well, I will say, it's also, like, okay... let's just say you lie about where you worked and you,
Yeah.
you submit that to like 50 different places, like you only need one place to buy it. Like that's the thing. You only need one. And once you have that, once you get that place, then you can just put that resume, you can just put that place on your resume and it's a legitimate truth.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly how it works. You just have to succeed in one place. That's it. You just have to get lucky and with one
Get
employer.
get one place, and then that place will take you to the next place, and then that next place will take you to the next. Like, but yeah, that one place is.
In this industry, in the programming computer science industry, the trick to making as much money as possible in the shortest period of time is to hop jobs. You don't stay in one place and wait to be promoted. You leave after 6 months to a year, maybe 2 years, depending where you land if you're at a good company. And then you go somewhere else and you're going to get a $20,000, $30,000 raise.
What is that? It's like a bonus package just because like you left that company to go
not
to
only a bonus package, sure, yeah, you're going to get 50,000 up front depending where you get a job as a bonus, probably some stocks that vest over some period of time, but I'm saying the actual hourly rate that you're going to get is going to equate to like 20 or 30,000 more per year than what you were making before. It just works that way. Like that's the exploit to this industry is don't stay in one place for too long. If you want to maximize your profit, you want to hop around. Don't make it too suspicious though, because some employers recognize that this person jumps around too much and it becomes a risk to them because they don't want to invest all these resources into the onboarding and teaching you all this stuff just for you to leave after 6 months. So you have to be smart on that. Yeah.
What is it called? I'm serious. I'm like looking. It's not this. It's Showcase. Oh, that'd be interesting if it was Showcase.
See.
Oh, it could be.
Could be.
Oh, yeah. Here it is. Yeah, there you go.
Oh God, here we go again.
Wait, I think. Wait, is this like the same? I don't think it is. Oh, okay. This is short. This is a short version of it. But I know they show like the teams. They show the teams like, okay, hey, we got this team, and then like it's a very specifically that team catered thing.
The crazy thing is that they even make like animated like things. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning, like you saw a full animated section there.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We don't have that in Rocket League. You see, the only thing you're gonna get in Rocket League is like some cool edits of the actual game, and then they like completely, like they add a bunch of shit to it.
I can go to the anyway. I'm going back to this thing, but I think I can probably go into Twitch and look at it. But yeah, it's like a team showcase thing, where like they talk about one specifically for like 2 minutes or so. It's interesting. That guy's crazy.
For our semifinal matchup, the NB matchup would be.
Yeah, I'm jealous of some of these dudes. Fucking aimbotters. Natural aimbotters.
A new champion will be born today.
We have only one idea in our minds, and we will prove it to all the world.
We're right up there with the best. Don't underestimate us, because if you do, you will lose.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm replying to this.
Like I remember Gambit. Yeah, Gambit trolled on a team here. Like legitimately, like 16-0 of them trolled on them the whole time. I was like, sheesh.
Wait,
and one of them looks like he's. Yeah, Gambit's crazy.
We have a Gambit in Rocket League too.
Yeah, we used to.
Yeah, I know they're really top.
We used to have everything in Rocket League, and that's really unfortunate. And that's the thing, like people can forget.
Do you remember a player called Lo-Fi?
Yeah.
Dude, I learned everything from that guy. All the fundamentals, dribbling.
You know, he still plays.
He still plays, yeah. I was on a stream last time. It's
crazy. I
crazy.
didn't know about his stream. I only knew that he played with Derek, and I saw Derek stream at one point. Yeah.
I was like, dude, I learned everything from you. It's crazy. He used to have like a YouTube series, like tutorial series on how to like do basic dribbling, shooting, bounce dribbling. Man, the game evolved so much.
Oh, maybe? No. Tough, man.
What do you think about the state of the game, Rocket League? Like, do you think we're reaching the peak of what can be accomplished mechanically?
No. Because I think this game genuinely I think I'm on the side of foil hat conspiracy type beat where I believe this game implements stuff like that can be done in the limits of it. As in, okay, for instance, take this wall dash thing that people are doing right now, where it's like yeah. Okay, so I have never done that, but as soon as people started doing that, like this was before I even knew about it. I think I did it one time, like that week, and it was on complete accident. And every time I've ever done it, it's on complete accident. Like, but I had never done it on complete accident until like that week. like that's the thing. I'm like I'm starting to believe like because there's no way I've never done this on complete accident, and I keep doing it now on complete accident, like without trying.
Oh, you think they're adding mechanics to the game? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because they've taken out mechanics from this game. If you don't recall.
Really? What?
Yeah, they have. So there used to be a thing where you could jump with the ball and maintain your flip or something. I forget. I can probably look it up. I can probably look it up. It was some crazy mechanic.
That was variation of a flip reset, like an easier variation of a flip reset.
Yeah, I think, and then they completely took it out the game. Like literally, it got talked about. Like they took it out. So like the fact that you can take mechanics out of the game, like I thought that's what's supposed to be done on the map, right? Like that's like possible, right? So if it's possible, then you just leave it at nope. They're like nope, this is game breaking, take it out. Like so if you can take out mechanics like from being able to be done on the engine, then I think you can put things in.
One thing I will say is that the one thing I will commend Psyonix for is they maintain the game pretty consistent. Like one of my major criticisms of League of Legends is one of the reasons why I quit. Dude, I have like 50 something days on that game. The reason why I quit is because they rebalance champions so often that I could never get you. Like I like to one champion and master it, right? But if they keep nerfing and buffing and doing all this shit, it just bothers me. Like I just have OCD about it, and then I can't. Like I just quit the game. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. I can't get used to anything because you guys keep changing it.
They've done it to a fault though. That's the problem. They've really done it to a fault. I see it as a double-edged sword. It's good, but it's also bad because look at like I wish things like Neo Tokyo was still in the game. I wish things like
True. You mean in Rocket League? Yeah, we're talking about Rocket League, not League of Legends.
Yeah, we're talking about Rocket League. Yeah, where it's like I wish Neo Tokyo was in the game. I wish Wasteland was in the game. Where like because all it was, you do realize like the only reason why people didn't like it was because they weren't good at it. And it's like if teams just imagine a world where like you could pick maps like Valorant, and a team was exclusively really was working on their like how they would play like Neo Tokyo really well. You know what I mean? Like Neo Tokyo strats, so that this team goes like 90% win percentage on Neo Tokyo. Like, and there's a way to do that. Like, there's a way to make maps like that, and yet, like, Psyonix won't do it because it's different, and pros don't want it because we don't want to be bad at something.
It's actually crazy to think about that. Like a map like Neo Tokyo was so drastically different than all the other maps that players were used to that like fundamentally you could basically get super good at it and just develop a very specific skill set just for that map, and just destroy all the other players.
And I think with maps like that, we would have evolved quicker. That's what's crazy. I think with maps like that, we would have evolved in skill quicker because we're seeing different stuff. We're seeing different situations, and that's like it's unfortunate that that's how it is. But this community in general is a gatekeeping community. Like I believe that they're a gatekeeping community, not just in content, not just in gameplay, but like take for instance OCE. What's been happening in OCE is you'll have a team that comes from OCE and they play in the LAN, right? You can only take like 1 or 2 OCE teams. And what that team has done, this is like confirmed, absolute fact. They've talked about it. They've actually said that they do. Is that team will go to LAN, get like 2 times better because you're playing people that are like way better than you. So you get like really good, really quick in like that week that you went to LAN, and then you come back to your own region and you just sandbag.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, you mean sandbag in a bad way?
Yes, as in like sandbag, as in like you don't play. Like you don't play like up to a level, because if you show them how good you are, like things like that. Like basically, okay, You can't be the best forever.
On purpose? You sandbag on purpose?
Yes.
Oh.
Because then they can't get better quick because there's no one to play that's way better than them.
Right, you're right. I never thought about that actually. Because at that level, you are the person that's making the other players better.
Yeah, exactly. Once you're the best, like you're only making everyone else better.
You're right. Goddamn. Yeah, I didn't think about that actually.
And so like yeah, like I talked about it with FaZe. When they picked up SIP, I was like, low key, just gatekeep this region. Like low key, just gatekeep this region. Don't even scrim with nobody because they were killing scrims. By the way, that's what was being talked about. They were killing scrims, and I was like, yeah, just gatekeep the entire region. Honestly,
that's so vile. They're like so good that you could literally just prevent everyone else from getting better by
just not playing that good. Like
just not playing to your potential on purpose.
Yeah, until it's necessary. That's the thing, because like that's what Ground Zero would do, right? They sandbag. You get used to like a certain level of play from them, and then all of a sudden it's semifinals of your region, and they need to go. And then they just slap you, and you're like, where did this come from?
Yeah, there's actually like I know of a lot of, and it's outside of video games. There's a lot of people that kind of just step up when it's time to compete, and they just smash people. But like when it's like when it's like more casual, they don't really try as hard. But when it's time to compete, they just smash their opponents. It happens in fighting and video games. It's just a thing. I don't know if they take it easy on purpose outside of competition.
Yeah, it is. Like, it is because again, at the end of the day, you are getting. I guarantee you, if I played Justin every day for 7 days, I'd be nuts. I'd be so cracked out my mind. Yeah, if I was playing on like NRG, like on that roster for like a month, I would like be pretty close to being pro. Like because like you just figure out everything. It's just a different kind of pace, and then you get used to that pace. And guess what? That's pro pace.
Like, they would be sharpening you. You wouldn't really be sharpening them. Maybe in the one-on-one sense, but
no, I would not be helping NRG in any way. If anything, I'm making them worse. But like I'm making them worse, and they're making me better. So at the end of the day, for me, that's a win. Yeah. So that's what happened in OCE for like a whole year or two. That's why OCE never really got better. We knew it was gonna happen to OCE. I saw it. I coached one of the teams, like one of the top teams there, and I was like, yeah, you guys are just something else, man.
It's actually funny because when you think about what is the best formula to improve the fastest, I think it's probably a combination both of having people who are similar skill level to you and also having mentors that are much more skilled than you. Because if you have just one or the other, let's say you only have people similar skill level, sure you'll motivate each other and you'll improve together, but you're never gonna improve significantly because you're at a similar level, right? But if you have somebody who's like drastically better than you, like let's say me and Justin or you and Justin, right? You're gonna improve significantly, but you're also gonna get frustrated a lot if you're only playing with Justin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
he's gonna get frustrated a lot too.
So then it's good to also balance it with people similar to your skill level, so you could go back and forth.
That's facts, unless of course you've got a really good mentality, and then you know that you're getting better regardless of what's happening on the thing, and then you can just like, deal with it. Because that
mentality disappeared for me after some time. Like now, I just get too frustrated. I would not be able to play against fucking Appjack every single day. Without getting an ego boost by smashing somebody else. Like I couldn't take getting destroyed game after game after game without actually playing somebody of a similar skill level as me eventually.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Your similar skill level, like the people that were similar skill level to you a week ago, won't be anymore. So it's like it's interesting because if you're getting better like because of this mentor, then like technically the people that are similar in skill with you would just keep like going up over time.
Yeah. It's an illusion.
That's like Musty. That's like Musty. People don't understand that. Like people are like, oh my god, Musty's good. It's like, yeah, Musty got given like the greatest opportunity ever. Like you put anybody in that situation, nobody's special, man. I can guarantee you, nobody's special. Like you put anybody in that situation, and they would be just as good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, there are some people that are more special than others, obviously, just by the fact of life. Some people are going to be more talented than others, but yeah. A lot of it comes down to opportunity and time. Yeah. And having the right mentors and the right people instill the right mindset and on and on and on. Oh, by the way, I'm getting into Formula 1 racing, like sim racing.
Oh, like
with
driving?
with a wheel and pedals. Yeah.
What's that called? iRacing? That's what it is.
No, no,
iRacing?
no. I play just F1 2021. It's literally an F1 game. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's really difficult. It's freaking crazy. It frustrates the shit out of me. Like learning how to brake properly in a Formula One car, it's just insane. Like it's like learning Rocket League from scratch at 26 years old. Yeah,
that's cool.
Like when you were saying how you don't want to drive fast, every single time I play this game and then I get in my real car, I want to like drive as fast. I just want to pedal to the metal and like.
And I think music can do that to you too, and that's why I would probably refrain from listening to that because like it's like yeah, I think that music can do that too.
Music I listen to now. You know what kind of music I listen to now?
Oh yeah, no, it made perfect sense. Someone, who was it? Somebody threw out. What was it? You that threw out the electro music? Like I know you.
No. I'm a heavy metal guy.
Yeah. There was someone before you that threw out electro music, and he had the same conversation with me about like the driving and stuff like that, and how like he's a risk taker, and he showed me like dubstep music, and I was like, well, there you go.
I'm not a risk taker. Not at all. I'm like risk averse in everything, in every aspect of life, but sometimes like I get frustrated, like if I'm in a hurry somewhere, and I will like speed, but I'm not like reckless, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm like
he was saying like I went, he was saying like I drove crazy fast, and then like he recommended me a song, and I'm like listening to it, and I'm like, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, okay. I was like, it makes perfect sense. This is literally the equivalency. This type of music is literally the equivalency of that.
Music dictates my mental state significantly.
Yeah.
Like I'm really big into music too, just like you. Like I spend most of my time listening to music all day, every day. So yeah, it's like just on repeat.
Yeah, it's big. You can tell a lot about a person based on the music for sure. Like if it's, I feel like if it's,
What can you tell about me based on the music?
That's a very small sample size. Okay, I don't want to believe what I'm picking up from that music.
Here, like I usually don't listen to bands that only do like harsh vocals. Like I listen to metalcore, not deathcore. Like what you heard is deathcore. Metalcore is like where they mix clean vocals, like actual singing, with some parts where they're screaming. So it's more balanced. Yeah. I enjoyed that the most. Yeah, that's like 90% of what I listen to. This is like an exception. Like this guy's just like insanely good at what he does, but most people don't like what it sounds like.
Yeah, you're impressed with just the skill in general.
Just the skill.
That's what I am. That's what I am with some albums. Like specifically this new album that I listened to like yesterday, where it's like Anthony Fantana's favorite album, and I was like, okay, we'll listen to it. And I was like, yeah, these vocals suck. Like I don't really care for them that much, but
you don't like them, yeah. But
everything about the production, everything about the production of this thing is crazy. Like beats wise, I was like, sheesh. Like I appreciate that, and that's why I'd listen to it over and over again. Like that's why I'd even listen to it, because of that. I pick out that aspect.
Yeah, there's a band called Viljarta, and like I don't really care much for the vocals, but their instrumentals are fucking crazy. Like it's like innovation in metal. Like I don't understand how they do it. Like nothing makes sense how they make the sounds that they do. And yeah, like I just admire the level of skill it takes to make the actual like production. You know what I mean? Not really the vocalist, but the actual like instrumentals, the guitar, the drums, all of that stuff.
Yo, what the heck is this?
What is this? Jesus. They have like a full movie, dude. Send this to Psyonix, dude.
Yeah, just send it to him. Like, hey.
Yeah.
Psyonix did do their thing. Like again, that team highlight thing that I'm talking about, which you haven't seen, I can't find it anywhere. This team highlight thing, Psyonix did their own version of that, where like the players were like showing off and doing like this whole like muscle thing and things like that. Like they were doing things like that. Which is not to the same extent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like send it to them and be like, hey guys, you've been around since like 2015, and Valorant has been around since like, when did they release? Like 2019?
2019, 2020, yeah.
Yeah, like, and they're doing all of this. But then of course they'll say, well, let's try it. You know, they have a lot more funding. League of Legends is like the biggest competitive pool my player base. It must be like one of the MOBAs, I think, either Dota or League of Legends. Yeah, League of Legends is.
Dang, I really like this. Hold on. That's like anime-esque. This freaking walk, this whole thing. This thing is sick right here. That's dope. Yeah.
And they did this like unique thing for each team, which is cool. All right, bro. I think I'm gonna call it. We're probably gonna watch Archive 81, a few more episodes.
This has been 56 minutes of content. So
there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
And then I'm gonna go to bed probably because work in the morning, of course.
I gotta figure out your thing. I think the biggest thing that I'll take away from this is create some channels, that are different things,
but not too many because you don't want to spread yourself too thin.
Yeah, I probably a podcast / like VOD clips channel, and then like your I have like tier list / rankings of like RLCS and stuff like that that I upload, like Pales Perusal, probably like more series type stuff.
Yeah,
on like this one. Yeah, just throw out my
random
content.
Once you have like an actual follower base, you could like, I don't know, like charge people for like replay analysis or like training or what, I don't know, like something.
Oh, that is what I have for Twitch. Like if you sub to me, then you get like a replay or a 1v1 or something. I forget. It's like a 1v1 or 2v2s with me or something. Yeah, that's what it is. 1v1 or 2v2s, because like replay analysts, a sub is just like, it's not worth 30 minutes of my time. Like I can't, because that's what I do with a replay review. It's like I'll sit there and watch it for like 30 minutes and break it down.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's too long.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I would suggest that, like, maybe make like a podcast channel and like split your content up in a way that your audience wouldn't be hindered by different types of content that they don't want to watch. Like, because you already know that your Rocket League audience, for example, isn't really concerned with your podcast style.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So like, just identify that
you grow your podcast stuff like on what's it called, and then hope that maybe your content on podcast stuff blows up and your Rocket League just dies. That'd be interesting.
Just go on Joe Rogan's podcast. It's easy. Just get on that and you're set for life.
Let's go.
Would you do it? Is Joe Rogan invited?
Oh, absolutely. I don't have anything against the guy. I don't know about the guy enough to be like to have anything against him.
It would be cool. No, he's like open-minded. Like would be a chill dude to talk about something with, whatever it is that you're talking about.
I know. Okay, so actually, it's interesting that you mentioned like podcast stuff, like at the very start of this conversation, because my best friend, he's got like capital. He's got the money, the moolah to make things happen. He spent like thousands of dollars on a podcast setup, and he just hasn't like done it yet. But like whenever we sit down, we'll sit down on the couch or something and watch like a Warriors game, and I'm like, there's a way, I bet you anything, I buy like 2 cameras, and there's probably a way where we can have an entire podcast while having like Warriors on the TV or something, on like in like the living room. Because like we'll just randomly we'll talk about Warriors, but then like it'll just go off completely off the rails, like what we've done for like an entire hour. Like I know that chemistry's there.
You talk about what? Warriors?
Yeah, we'll talk about whatever's on TV. Like as in we'll we watch like Warriors, like Golden State, like NBA.
Basketball.
Yeah, like basketball, and then we'll talk about that for a long enough time, like because this happens just all the time. Is what I'm saying. Like we're not talking about podcast stuff. This just happens.
Yeah.
Like we could put a podcast around that. I just know he doesn't have that like drive or like the vision. I think he knows what he wants, but he doesn't have the vision to like set it all up and make an entire thing about it. Cause like he's got the equipment, he's got all this stuff, and he just hasn't like made that next step.
Don't fall into the trap of thinking that the more equipment you buy, the more successful you're gonna be. Like in theory, it's possible to be successful with just an iPhone camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just have to have the work ethic. That's the primary thing, is actually doing the thing. Because if you're just worried about the equipment, you'll eventually fall into the loophole of, oh, well, I don't have enough equipment to actually be successful, which is a lie.
Yeah, it's not true.
Yeah, don't fall into that trap.
No, I'm
That's
just saying,
probably
like, he's got all the like things to make a podcast, like professional. Is what I'm saying.
It doesn't have the ideas, like, or you know what I mean?
No, he doesn't. No, he definitely has the idea. He has everything available. He just don't. He just doesn't. He either doesn't have the time, or I think he's like me. I'll tell you, he's like me. Which like we are ridiculously because my father figure talks about it. He's like, you guys are literally the same person. Every single flaw, every single good thing is literally all the same. Where he doesn't want to do something unless he's done it like perfectly.
Okay, so
and that's my thing as well. Like, I don't like half-making things.
I'm the same way, by the way. There's a difference between being a perfectionist and being somebody who does things perfectly. And the difference is that perfectionist is actually like a mental block. Like, perfectionists actually don't get things done when they should because they procrastinate all the time. That's the difference. Like, what you're telling me right now is the mindset of a perfectionist. Like, you think it's never enough what you have. I'm kind of in the same boat in preparing for interviews. I'm always scared to interview because I think I'm not ready enough yet. I could spend 2 months, 3 months preparing for interviews and I'll still be scared and I'll hesitate to do it because I think I haven't studied enough. It's bad. It's not good. You have to just pull the trigger at some point.
Oh, again, no, I'm not saying it's good. Like, what I'm saying is like he had what stopped me from streaming for so long was just like I couldn't like from doing anything. It's just like, yeah, I realized that like this whole like if I think that it'll never be done right. Like, eventually it's never going to be done right. And
exactly. You have to fail. You have to fail intentionally. Actually, one of the main things I've heard, one of the best pieces of advice for perfectionists is to fail intentionally. Just do something just to fail when you're too worried about it. Then you won't be so worried about it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like an interview, just do it. Who cares if you fail the interview? You're not losing anything. If it's like a podcast, just try it. If it fails, it fails. Who cares? Like that's the best way to avoid the perfectionist mindset and the procrastination. Just fail intentionally if you're so stuck on it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think he has it, and I love the conversations we have. So I think eventually, like, let's say a year or two from now, like, probably most likely we'll have a podcast together, and I think that he has enough connections. He actually has like connections in the sports world and stuff like that. And so like I think we'll probably get the ball rolling on that. I know we have the talent for sure. Like he's I don't know. He can't talk to like a random person at like that he doesn't know. Like, it's really hard for him to do that, and it's hard for me too. Like, I'm terrible at first impressions. I'm absolutely awful at first impressions. But you know, I think it's completely different if we're talking to each other and cameras are just on it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing.
I think it's a skill just like anything else, though. You learn it over time. Yeah, you learn over time to become comfortable with talking to random people. You build the skills necessary to hold a conversation and to steer the discussion in a way that doesn't make it awkward. All of those are skills that you learn, literally. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, like, I'm probably gonna wind up being that guy that's like behind the glass working on the audio and like changing the scenes, and they randomly like ask him for his advice. Like, you know, like Pat McAfee. You ever seen Pat McAfee? Okay. He's like a sports podcast guy. He's like the biggest sports podcast guy, I would say, like close to it. And he has these guys behind the glass, and he'll just like they'll randomly say something into the mic, like all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, and it's like, and it's funny, and it's just like one-liners. It's like one-liners basically, and like jokes, and that's it. And that's what they do. I think that'll probably be my like. I think that's it. Like, I think that's literally where I would fit in the most, is changing scenes, like working on that the whole time, and then like randomly coming up with like a thing and then saying it.
The thing is, I think you're good at deep discussions. So like deep debates are also your thing, like actual like long podcasts. Like, how long have we talked for now? I've like lost track of time. Like
2 hours.
Yeah, like I didn't even realize how much time flew by, and we've been talking about.
And I do that to everyone, bro. I do that to everybody. Low key, I'm bad influence, bro. Like I literally keep people. I'll keep people Like that I'm a streamer, baby. So like that's the thing. Like I know it. Like at the end of the day, like as much as I'll sit here and look at numbers and I'll be like, man, this freaking sucks that I don't have the numbers. Like I know what it takes to be a streamer, and I know that I got it.
You have to find your audience. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Rocket League I think Rocket League's just not gonna offer it because the audience is too young, and also like again like everything that we discussed, like I think it's all that you're gonna find some people for sure. You're gonna find some people. It's just like,
sure, like
is it enough people to deal with playing a game that you, first of all, I don't like, and is it like you gotta risk and reward here, man. Like
you have to also think about the fact that most of the people who are Rocket League players, they want to play the game. So they're not going to sit and watch a streamer for hours and hours because they want to get back to the game. That's part of the addiction thing.
People,
you know what I mean?
well, people will leave. I will say people. This is most people for me. Will have the game on one monitor and leave me on another as like a podcast thing, which is like huge. That's exactly what I want to be. Where it's like they're playing.
Assuming they have two monitors, like me, for example.
Yeah.
I actually just have one monitor on my
gaming.
They have
two. I know most people have told me I have a lot of people that are just like, yeah, hey, I got you on. I'm gonna go back to gaming, but like I'm lurking, I'm listening, things like that. But I'm gonna go back to this game, and I'm like, okay, all right. And so like that's the world that I wish I was at for a lot of people, where it's like
that suits the podcast style more because a podcast you don't have to watch it; you could just listen to it. That's the thing. That's why I like podcasts so damn much. I could literally be doing anything. I could go make myself food. I could work, whatever it is that I'm doing. I can have a podcast running in the background, and I could learn something.
We're on the mindset, man. We're on the mind. No, we are absolutely we are literally both on the exact same mindset. I've talked about it. Content is my life. Like anything that I'm doing. When I'm going to sleep, I'm listening to content. When I'm eating, I'm listening to content. When I'm making my sandwich, I'm listening to content. When I'm on
consuming and producing content.
Yeah, like I'm consuming content at a freaking crazy rate. Like I'm constantly like something is doing, so playing music or listening to a video or like watching something, like it's literally ridiculous. I don't even know if there's a moment in the day where like I'm not listening, or like people think, like that's the thing, people think I talk a lot, but in reality it's just because I've listened so much. Like the ratio to listening to talking is like nowhere near what they probably think it is because of how much I'm listening to stuff, and then I absorb all that information and I have it stored, and I just want to freaking just throw it all whenever I talk. Like that's what it is. Yeah, like 8 hours of listening to content, and then you talk for like an hour, and you just try to compact 8 hours into an hour.
Yep, that's a skill in and of itself, though. Compacting that much information into a small period of time.
Pretty easy. I did it on stream a couple times actually. Like that's the thing. I did it on stream like a couple times where I talked about the freaking God, sex offender shuffle. Talk about the sex offender shuffle, and then talk about that guy's content, and then I was like, oh yeah,
This stream, like the stream that I was in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talk about the sex offender shuffle, and then that sex offender shuffle went to
reaction to death metal, and then also Rocket League at the same time.
Yeah. Rocket League and all these different other things. That's the thing. Like, I guess and that's the problem. I enjoy doing that way more than I enjoy playing, because playing is using some level of my brain to where I can't 100% focus on like having a conversation.
That's exactly what Joe Rogan does. That's literally how he operates his podcast. Is they literally just segue into randomness. Like they start. I honestly think he think that he has like a tentative outline of what he wants to talk about. But then like after they talk about the first thing, they completely segue into some random shit just organically, and then they never stop talking until the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you want it to be. Just like this one, baby. Wrap it up. Let's go. I'll catch you guys next time. Video done.
Well, that's the most natural way, if you think about it. It's the least awkward way to conduct a podcast, is to just let the conversation take you wherever it takes you, instead of like forcing topics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna go watch Netflix for like an hour and then probably head to bed.
But
it's been good talking to you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna definitely swing by again and contribute to your podcast aspirations.
Yeah, I gotta set up a channel for real. I'll probably do that
Do it.
either tonight or tomorrow or something.
Sounds
Just
good, dude.
uploaded. Yep. Peace out, man.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
See ya.